my name is Abby Hunter, and I'm a part of a project to bring light to the creative community that we have right here in our very own Lancaster County. And today with me, I have Kim Blum Hyclak. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Kim, and how you became a writer.
Well, I'm originally from Ohio, and I've lived here in Lancaster for almost 40 years, and I've been writing forever. I grew up, my mom said I was the only child for about 5 or 6 years, and so she would hear me telling stories and talking to myself, and I don't remember having invisible friends, but I was obviously telling stories. So it's just something that I've always done, and in the last, 20, 30 years, I've been taking it more seriously and actually writing and sending things out and getting published, and that type of thing, making it more of a focus.
Yeah. How would you say living in Lancaster has affected your life as a writer?
I think there's some opportunities here that I didn't have in Ohio. I think the environment sort of lends itself to writing and to being creative, just by the environment, the natural environment, some of the things that are around here, whether it's the historic places, and again, just some of the community people that I've gotten to know through writing. The South Carolina Writers Workshop, or South Carolina Writers Association now, has a local chapter in Rock Hill, and so that was something I wouldn't have had up in Ohio. So that has helped breed an awful lot of the writing.
Yeah. And would you say there are any authors or books or poems that you specifically draw inspiration from?
Oh yeah. I love Ted Kooser. I love Wendell Berry. As far as poets, Scott Owens, who is up in Hickory, is prolific.
Yes.
Mary Oliver, some of those big names, Joy Harjo. And as far as authors, 3 that are in the sort of area, Barbara Claypole White, who's from the Chapel Hill area. She does a lot of women's fiction that have to do with mental illness of some kind, where she's a real advocate for supportive mental health awareness. And then Susan Boyer, who is from the Greenville area, she does a lot of cozy mysteries, the low country mysteries, and they all have a Charleston sort of ring to it.
Yeah.
And then another author up in Virginia, she taught at Sweetbriar, Carrie Brown. I like her work as well. So those are probably the 3 area or southern writers that I really enjoy reading.
Yeah. And how would you say the writing process works for you?
The biggest thing that I do is what I settle into it. And I just sort of try and tune everything else out. And it sort of winds like a movie in my head, that I actually see things and I actually hear the dialogue. It's not like I hear voices, even though I can hear their voices. And everything starts out with me either in my journaling pages that I do in the morning, and everything is started out in longhand. I don't do anything on the computer to start out with. That is way into the process. And I just kind of sit and listen and let the characters speak and let things just sort of roll out in my head.
What advice would you give someone who's interested in writing but never feels that they are a writer? You know, like I feel like a lot of people, they want to write, but then they're like, oh, I'm not a writer, I'm nothing like that. What would you give to those people?
Definitely start journaling and at least get comfortable with getting your thoughts and your ideas out on paper. And if that means doing it on a computer, that's fine. That my process is just on paper. And attending readings, whether it's poetry readings or prose readings, any of those kinds of things, to hear what other writers who aren't professionals are reading and get comfortable in that environment. Joining writers groups, that is a huge thing because you're getting feedback, you're getting a lot of support and encouragement, and I think people would be surprised at how well they grow and how quickly they grow when they find the community of other writers to support them.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we've reached our final question.
Okay.
What does being creative mean to you?
It means expressing what is inside, whether it is through writing, whether it's through sculpture, whether it's through painting, whatever. But we all have inner thoughts, ideas, hopes, desires that have a way and a need of getting out. And finding a way that expresses all of that in whatever way is natural for yourself.
Answered like a writer.
I hope so.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.